Okay, good evening ladies and gentlemen and welcome to MBTV. We have to jump right back into the game right now because we just missed the first round, but let's get back into it. Immediately here, Bro are currently actually leading 1-0 against WQ after taking the first round. 3 kills going to Shakalis. And Bro rolling with a 6-cab tactic, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
Tell us a bit about what happened in the first round there, because I think I missed it. Victor?
It was pretty much back and forth. WQ kind of took that little tower on the left. The flag spawned in the field, and there were just kills going back and forth. But eventually, Bro kind of overtook with just like huge amount of javelins, like headshot after headshot, and they eventually just took down the last couple of infantry. But it was loads of kills going back and forth.
Okay. Well,
pretty intense.
Yeah, it seems like WQ definitely did get a good few kills in that first round. Did we have any team kills?
No, I don't think so.
Like actually, no. So fair play. I think it's the kind of situation when you have a lot of chaotic rounds, you do tend to get some team kills, but it seems they seem to manage to avoid that. I do want to quickly just reintroduce the people on the cast. I'm Captain Lush, your regular host on the channel, and I'm joined by Victor of the Castellans, doing his first MBTV cast. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, man.
Still doing well. And Aaron Wynn is here as well.
Hi, yeah.
Flag has spawned now, and it's going to be taken over by WQ straight away. They are in the forest. So Flag...
6 cav and 2 ranged.
Yeah, Jarvis and Pie and Peacemaker are going to be playing range. Interesting choice to put Peacemaker as a ranged player. Typically he plays infantry, but I have heard from Kelsia that he's been playing really, really well as ranged on this map specifically. I know they've been training really hard on Desolation Valley, and I believe Kelsey's actually leading this.
I think was that Peacemaker got a hit on Berta there.
Possibly, I'm not sure, but Dwara's been taken down.
Oh, lovely shot.
Hepatitis goes down as well there. Peacemaker and Kelsey are bringing kills back though, but the flag is really, really high right now for WQ. They have to dismount and get onto the flag, Bro, at this point. I think Bro are too late to the flag. They're too late.
Oh, Guppy. Well played.
Yeah, Bro have been too slow to dismount on the flag here, and WQ just managed to raise it.
Well played.
Yeah, we're playing WQ.
Bro.
Yeah, Bro, I think just missing out on that.
I think that's why I was quite surprised that they don't have any inf, because I mean, like, Javelin's pretty deadly, but that kind of goes to show why. Like, you probably much need inf, but they do have 2 dragoons, so I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Dwara's, but he got killed early on the round, I believe.
Yeah, Red with some really sick shots.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of a bit of a mistake from Bro. They need to recognise when the flag is going up, and just get someone on there to keep them up.
Yeah, I agree.
Cyber wants credit for that somehow. Pulling up flags.
Literally raising it with his bare hands.
Well, score is going to be 1-1 for now. Flag's not going to spawn the forest again. I think the flag probably favoured WQ quite heavily there, because obviously Bro going with a really heavy cav tactic, that's the most closed of the flags on a sort of very open map overall.
Yeah. WQ set up their archers quite effectively though, which obviously took down Bro quite effectively as well.
Yeah, their archers looking pretty good. Red especially, getting those kills. Is Red a player you know much about?
No, but I think I don't know if it's the same Red I'm thinking of that is really sick infantry. It must be a different one, but otherwise he'd be playing infantry. But
it's possible. But then we have Peacemaker playing Archer as well, so weird inf playing Archer tactics going on right now.
Yeah, it seems to be working though. I mean, Peacemaker's got 2 kills, and doing well.
So flag about to spawn pretty soon here. The infantry of WQ proving to be a little bit stronger in the last round, holding off on that flag, and Bro not able to flush them out before that flag went up. Much more open flag this time, but still WQ with the position advantage. You can see on the minimap they're much closer to this flag. I think they probably thought this out a little bit better right now. Bro really far back. Shikara's immediately brought down by Berta there. That's a massive shot. Jarvis and Pie going to take cover behind that, but he looks really exposed right here. Yeah, he's got to be really careful. Immediately takes a hit from Rojan there. doing what he can to hold off with his spear, but Cyber's going to come and attack him as well right now, and he's getting really, really attacked quite heavily. He's eventually brought down. Kelso takes down Roshan, but the kills
WQ are on the flag.
Yeah, and they're getting the kills here as well right now.
Back and forth. Dwarves is going for red, which I think is a smart move.
They have to watch that flag again, though, because it is going up and up and up.
Mm-hmm.
Guppy's going to come in here with his Corsair, and I think he's going to dismount. But immediately he's caught up in a fight now with Stol. And he's fighting with a lance in this melee fight, which is not working out. Cabrox does bring down Cyber, though. But kills coming in for WQ,
nice
and
shot.
Red finding space to take on Cabrox.
Boom.
The bump from
Hepatitis takes on better, though.
Kev's dismounts on the flag as well now, but is immediately brought down by Meldo. And it's just Hepatitis left. Once again, Bro kind of... their Cav teamwork has not really quite worked out here.
No, they were really split up, like, they weren't really coordinated.
Yeah, and their archers kind of went down unsupported really early on the round. Like, Jarvis Supply didn't have enough support at all.
Yeah.
Nice work from Hippo to get that kill, though. It's going to slow down WQ's gold advantage.
Epic clutch. Do we see one coming? No, it's not happening. Unlucky.
Yeah. WQ's Cav teamwork looking actually pretty strong there as well. Nice work from Robin and Meldo. And WQ, that's going to bring them 2-1 ahead right now.
Yeah.
Bro trailing behind despite taking the first round.
Yeah. I think they learned pretty quickly from the first round how WQ, their archers got taken down pretty quickly, but obviously now Red stayed alive and pulled off some really important shots.
Yeah. In spite of that though, Guppy has managed to tank up pretty well. He's got himself some nice armor on that Corsair. Who is the other Dragoon for Bro? I only see Duarez. That's kind of interesting.
I haven't the faintest idea.
Because I know that Bro referred to Dragoons as mounted death.
Mounted death?
Yeah, they believe that they are devastatingly powerful.
Well, not at the moment because he's got 0-3, so...
0-3, yeah.
They're going to have to turn that around, aren't they?
We need to see a little bit more from the big man, Duarez.
Yeah.
I think Bro's archers really, really struggled as well.
Yeah.
So they need to find a bit more space for them in this round.
Hmm.
And the thing is, Bro, like, camping really, really far back, that's one thing which I'm a bit concerned about for them. Like, they're a very, very long way from the high flags. I think they've moved Peacemaker up, and I guess Jarvis is reasonably far forward as well, but that flag could spawn in the forest, and it's going to be hard for Jarvis Supply to make it up there if it does. He takes a hit there.
They do have the superior numbers in Cav, though, so...
Yeah, they do.
If they're coordinated, then they should be able to do some damage. But
Jarvis and Blind are a bit of pressure right now. Robin comes in to harass him. He has got space to defend himself, but he needs the Cav support. And comes Hippo and Guppy. They do ward off Robin. Robin, a player renowned for his dueling prowess.
Oh yes. I'm surprised he's not an archer though.
You think he's a good archer? Is that where you see him?
No, it's just, you know, his name.
I would have thought. That's true, yeah.
I would have thought, but I've known him for actually quite some time, and he's always been pretty dominant in Cav.
But which of the Bro players would be the sheriff of Brottingham?
Oh, probably big man Duarez. You know.
Duarez, yeah, probably would be Duarez. And then Shakalis, because he's French, he'd be like Guy of Gisborne.
Yeah. Shaq man.
I have like a massive fanboyism for Robin Hood. That was like my whole childhood.
I liked it pretty much, especially the great headshot Crystal Park cartoon version.
Yeah, Duarez brought down as well. And Hepatitis under a lot of pressure as well. I think that the Cav Bro have been really they've had a really hard time against these archers from WQ. Hepatitis just got dismantled this point. What is he trying to do from there? Let's get a hit actually.
I think he's just trying to keep him busy.
Yeah, it's actually working at this point, but dismounted by Red there and goes crazy. In the meantime, Robin picking up kills. They've been doing a good job keeping him busy. Kelso brings down Berta as well, so Bro's still in this round. They've got to get onto the flag soon though. They're 4 players to 6 down here, and it's once again looking like it's going the way of WQ.
Oh, well done, Robin.
Double kill there from Meldo and a triple from Robin. Kelso finally brought down, and well, that's going to be the end of the first effort, Bro. Didn't go as well as it started.
No, definitely not. Come on, bros.
They've got to think a little bit about
Get your game up, dudes.
What their approach is.
Yeah. I don't know if the no inf was like really that best tactic. I mean, I know that any matches that we've played, we've had some infantry at least, but they had one dragoon, but he wasn't like doing anything on the flag. His job was just kind of to keep the archers busy, but even then it didn't work so well.
Well, we know that 6 cav can be effective. There's no doubt that it is. But
yeah,
with Juarez was taken down.
It felt like their archers were not supported. That they were left alone.
Yeah, I really agree with that. And I think in addition to that, like one thing that I noticed a lot was that their Juarez, their 1 dragoon, was just taken down really early in most rounds and not able to be effective at all. And it's really, I think, when you're playing that many cav, you do rely on those dragoons or that mounted death to cut out the enemy archers, especially, and that's just something which was not happening for Bro there.
Yeah, hopefully they'll change the tactics up though for the Vega faction.
Yeah, I think Bro, as a whole, they tend to prefer closed maps.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
I think they more rely on their infantry, which is interesting to see them not taking any.
Yeah, their brotherly love, getting together in a closed map. Hopefully it works for them.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't rule them out at this point. 3-1 is not a terrible score, it's not a 4-0.
No, yeah. And they got the first round as well, so you would have thought that they'd probably get the armour and try and do well, but didn't work out for them.
This map?
ECL has generated maps and factions.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes.
Oh, how dull. So
what, the map or the generation?
no map picking, that's that.
Suddenly something which is just brand new to the scene, and suddenly now without it, it's just an abomination.
It just adds so much, but anyway, wrong competition. So
I like the generator maps. Generator maps are still pretty cool.
Yeah, like pick maps are still going to be used in the final stages of this ECL though.
That's true. It's the top 4, is it? That are going to be facing a playoff.
Yes.
So you're going to use this opportunity to bring up the little league display I have. The league isn't updated with the scores from this week, but you can see the league after the first 2 weeks and the fixtures from this week. Elsewhere, we saw the Turk bring down Enmity. That actually happened last night. Kind of an interesting match there. The Turk looking really dominant. Actually, very scary team, I think. Lots of great Turkish players there.
Yeah.
The Turk, I feel like it's kind of an amalgamation of like a lot of the best players from all of the kind of not very good Turkish teams.
Yeah, you could say that. But I mean, obviously working for them because quite a persuasive win last night.
Yeah, and they're bringing up to 3 wins in 3 games, which is very good. I mean, they're looking like they're heading straight for those playoffs.
Yeah, they want to be there, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, aside from making it into the playoffs and giving yourself a chance of winning the whole competition, being in those playoffs also gives you a chance for, I think it's ECS promotion. I think that's how it works. The top 4 teams are going to face off against.
They're going to be promoted.
I think that's potentially how it works, or they get a chance at promotion. I think at least is how it works. I'm not sure exactly how it works though.
How much longer does the ECS go on?
ECS?
ECS.
The ECL.
ECL. Yeah.
This is week 3. I think there's
5 weeks. Oh, mate, 5 weeks just for this, and then I think the final stages. I'm sure they're like another 2 weeks.
Right. Okay.
Alright, so it's only 5 weeks of matches then, is it?
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Oh, that's quite interesting. It's really short then. And I think, well, WQ have got 2 wins already, but Bro really need this, because if Bro lose this, then they go down to 2 losses over the 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's just 5 weeks.
Yeah, okay, fair enough then.
It's pretty short though. Considering how many teams there are, like 18 or 19 teams. Oh no, Frag got they left, didn't they?
19 teams, yeah, no.
So you pretty much have to do really well quite early on.
Yeah, I mean, losing 2 games is going to make it really hard. I think it can be done, but you have to get a good round difference, and you're going to have to just kind of like win all the other games definitely pretty convincingly. Oh, interesting stuff then.
Yep.
Yeah, I do believe that's. I'm not sure exactly how those playoffs work to the ECS, so I'm not even sure what the plan is, because I have a feeling that they might be planning to do more ECSs and maybe scrap the WNL. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Because that's what it seems to be gearing up for. Because I know the idea of this is to have the top 4 doing some playoffs with the sort of bottom teams of the ECS. I think what would make sense is having like the top 4 of the ECL play against the like the 3rd places in the groups of the ECS, and then have like 4 spots open for, I guess, just for qualifications. That would make sense in my opinion.
Yeah, a lot of numbers there, but I think I got the gist of it.
Well, that way you have everyone who was in the final 8 of the ECS just has a place in the next ECS, which I think is fair. And
yeah,
then you have,
I mean they've kind of proven themselves, haven't they?
Yeah, and then there's sort of the I guess you want to call them the 9th to 12th place of the ECS plays off against the top 4 of the ECL, and then the other ones are just another sort of knockout bracket, kind of wild card type thing to fill up the last 4 places, and that makes you 16. I think that'd be a really cool way of doing it.
Yeah, I think it would be, and plus it's so cool now that we have like so many teams, obviously not all in the same skill level, but like that we can like afford to do that.
Yeah,
type of thing.
It's great to see how just constantly active it is.
Getting bigger and bigger.
Considering what happened with we lost the first bit of the cast, I think we're going to run the map intro again here, so enjoy. Okay, into the match we go, and Bro playing at 6 cav once again, but now on the Vegas side, up against WQ, rocking their same setup of 4 cav, 2 inf, and 2 archers.
I think that's wise from WQ because I mean, obviously it worked last set, so why would you change it?
Yeah, does make sense. Different faction, but I think it's perfectly viable to play this kind of way for Nords as well. And
yeah, but
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Nords around here.
A lot of javelins.
Yeah, true that. I said a lot of Nords. What am I talking about? Yeah, javelins was what I meant. I think we will be seeing a lot of Nords on the North side. That would make sense.
Yeah, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Just a few Vegas on the Vegas side, though. Yeah, I don't know.
Not that many.
No.
Obviously, I'm a fan of javelins.
You're a big fan of javelins, are you?
Yes.
Javman down.
By far my favourite weapon.
Who are your javelin idols in the scene?
I'd probably say me. Yeah. I mean, I just try and aspire to be better than I can be.
The best there ever was?
I just want to see, like, you know, people like Christo the Vicious in my rear view mirror in terms of skill level.
That may take a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it should have a javelin duel. See how that works.
We should have a javelin duel, see how that works. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Where do you rate Black Tide on the javelin Richter scale?
On the Victor scale, I don't know. Quite high. He's got loads of sick javelin kills, so.
Yeah, I think he's a sick javelin player.
He is.
I think Christo kind of gets more credit for the javelin kills because it's like, he's like, I think Black Tide's kind of a slightly better player than Christo, but Christo is like, he's so like his best thing is javelins by far, whereas Black Tide's like a good player and really good at javelins as well, in my opinion.
No,
yeah, that's true.
He's a good player.
He is, but Black Tide is better. Have you seen his kills per round? Have you seen his stats?
Quadruple kill.
He's ridiculous. He's so good. Oh my god. Okay, the round has started here. And, well, WQ once again raising the flag early. Shikase has been dismounted. He's not going to fight on the flag. Bro looking stronger, I think, in this situation, actually. WQ Archer Step is not as scary, but WQ are picking up kills right now. Dwarves and Shikalas are brought down here. And Bro have to find a way to shut for them off the flag. They've got to dismount or they've got to fight.
Lovely play from WQ.
Yeah, Meldo picked up a double kill now. Kelsey brought down by the triple kill there on Meldo.
Triple kill.
And it's almost a whitewash here for WQ, except for that team kill. It would have been a whitewash. And WQ looking so much stronger than Bro right now.
Could have been a red wash as well. I like a bit of red.
Why do you like a bit of red?
I don't know, why not?
The Castellan's banner is a vivid red.
It is. Blood red.
The Castellans with a K.
Yeah. The kicking Castellans.
And Bro once again not working out for them. They're just piling cav onto the flag, but their cav teamwork isn't really there, and so they're just getting caught up in the inf, and they're just getting brought down. I think they really need to focus on getting them into melee somehow. Where are their dragoons? That's my question.
I don't even know. They're not even there. That's what's happening.
It's Suarez, but he's not able to get in there and do what he really needs to do. I mean, if they had 2 dragoons, they could sort of send one to the flag. They could send one to the archers, but just having one, he just seems to be kind of lost and just getting brought down.
Pretty useless.
Red pushing around now to start harassing the Bro cav.
Big man Suarez. Not being the big man that he should be.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Needs to be bigger.
Needs to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, he does. He needs to do something in this match.
I think he will do. I think he's biding his time.
Saving it out for the close map.
It's possible. But Bro got to get some rounds soon because they don't want to go too far behind. I mean, 5-3 will be fine, but if they go 6-2 down here, there's going to be a big problem for them.
Yeah, very big problem.
Right now, WQ looking very, very strong though. They're kind of flying high. Their infantry just seem to be undefeatable on the flag at the moment. Archers didn't even really need to do anything last round. Meldo kind of just did everything, killed everyone, and that was that.
Went into godlike mode.
Yeah, nice sort of. I mean, Bro have been really, really passive in terms of map control as well. They need to be taking over more areas of the map. I think they're just letting WQ raise the flag early on, and then they just sort of forced into that pressure situation where they have to pile onto the flag. That's been part of the main problem.
Now we do have the flag now.
Yeah, now Bro have got a really nice flag spawn.
But are they going to be able to set up a good crossfire? I don't know.
Peacemaker and Java's running in position, so it looks like they are going to be in at least a decent crossfire.
But here comes the cav. Oh no.
Java's going to sit on that house, and Peacemaker moving back towards the wall. Yeah, Peacemaker under a bit of pressure right now, but in comes Calcia and Hepatitis to deal with them. Peacemaker's just manages to stay alive there, but under a lot of pressure right now. Oh, very, very nice dodging. And brings down Robin Fisher there, off his flag. Roging with the
nice job.
Beautiful jab kill there, though. And Robin Fisher's going to remount that horse as well, so not ideal there. Peacemaker under so much pressure right now, and Bro dedicated so much time to trying to keep him alive, and it's just not really worked out. And Rogin just doing great work. That's his third jab kill of the round. And once again, they're sort of running away with it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Come on, bros.
I mean, Bro just kind of seems to be a little bit all over the place. And where was Suarez? I mean, that's my question.
I don't even know. I didn't see him. Did you see him?
I didn't.
He seemed to be trying to hassle the archers.
He needed to get on the flag, like Shaq, man. He was on the flag for like quite a bit, but then he just got up and then rode him off again. And I was like, okay. I feel like if they had a bit more control over the flag, they could have put a bit of pressure onto WQ. But
I want to see Bro make a switch up here as well, because it's not working out for them yet. Kelsey's going to try and run away, but it's not the best option against Nord Cav. She will be caught up with the Spear riding skill eventually.
If Rojan had
staying alive somehow. If Rojan had a javelin.
He's doing a really good job against all those guys.
Just trying to stay alive, I guess, to get some armor. Oh, and then she's brought down.
The humiliation. No poke.
With only 5 seconds to go, though, nearly made it.
Not good enough, though.
Yeah, and Bro go 5-1 down now. It's not
kind
a
of sums up their gameplay.
Close but no cigar.
Yeah, close but no spade.
But no what?
Spade.
What would that?
They're being buried right now.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's not one I've heard before.
I just made it up.
Oh. Okay, good.
Shikalis, you gotta wake up, dude.
WQ getting a bit tanked up.
That's a problem. A bigger problem on the Nordic side, I think, as well.
Cushioned up.
Cyber and Tally there, moving over it quite aggressively.
Yep.
And they have the armor that can deal with it. Using the buddy system.
Yeah.
You a fan of the buddy system there, Victor?
Yeah. Definitely for Cav. Like you don't want to do anything alone really as Cav, but
I agree
on open maps. On open maps, definitely. You gotta have a comrade in arms next to you.
But when you're dismounted as well, like it's kind of can be very, very scary if you don't have someone backing you up.
Yeah, that's really nerve-wracking. Unless you do really well.
Oh, we had sometimes have a bit of a cab clash here. This is a good idea for Bro actually.
Yep.
Playing some bit of harassment because they do have the coming over, but Cabrox is getting caught up here. In comes Shakalis and they're piling in, but the cab again they're getting really caught out here.
Oh.
And well, Duarez has one kill. He's dismounted and he's playing the mount of death and it's a double kill now. Yeah, Duarez finally getting some stuff done here.
Double Duarez.
And if Bro can get out of here without too much losses, they stand to gain.
They've got something.
Yeah, they've got an advantage now. The cav of WQ is going to come in here and they're going to jav Bro as much as they possibly can.
Oh,
and but the kill from Jarvis and Pie is going to shut down Robin Fisher there.
Even I didn't see him.
Yeah, and Bro now with a 7-5 player advantage really turned this around big time. So They have a big advantage going into this flag.
Take a lot of damage,
are going to the flag.
They take a lot of damage, but they've still got like a better overall health, and they got 2 more players than WQ, so I think they came off better there. It was a big risk as well because there were 2 players there, and there was a heavily defended inf, but they both were brought down.
Yeah, somehow Duarez has still got his saddle horse.
The mounted death is Duarez, yeah. And it's like little fur boots, like the worst boots in the game.
Yeah, not good for roleplay, is it?
Certainly not. And Robin harassing Duarez with these
lovely jab.
Jab cap. Yeah, but it doesn't do too much damage actually there.
No.
Cavalry's bring down Roshan. Duarez going to dismount and do some mounted death or dismounted death on the flag. But WQ bringing kills back. Guppy and Duarez take over the flag, but Red with a double kill right now, and they have no response to him, bro. It's now 4 against 4.
Come on,
and Jarvis and Pies got to deal with Red. Bro now losing players. Down goes Kelsey and Guppy there.
You can do it.
Duarez going to get overwhelmed, it looks like here, and it was going so well for Bro, but this is not a good situation.
No.
And WQ take the 6-1 lead after they have early advantage there for Bro, and they lost some players a little bit cheaply there, I think.
Yeah, they had an advantage as well. I don't know what happened. Big man Duarez, he tried his best, but again, like they just failed to take down their archers. Like Red, just like so good, stayed alive and then got a double kill with a headshot.
Yeah, absolutely beastly
really
stuff
sick
there.
And loads of jab kills as well.
I think they felt like they had it a little bit, which they didn't really have a right to. They sort of felt, okay, we're 7 against 5. This is all ours. And
it is not your right.
Yeah, they just ignore the archers at WQ.
Yeah.
I think Bro really need this round now.
Yeah, they do.
The question is, are they going to consider, I don't know, doing another kind of aggressive early move? Because it worked really well last round, but they might be a bit scared of doing it again. And you see WQ taking a complete different approach this round already. They've moved like way up to the top of the slope, recognizing that the flag won't spawn back at their spawn. They are a very long way away from the low flag spawn. If it spawns in the forest, they're in a great position, and they can still run just down the slope towards that position anyway.
Yeah, just slide down.
Bro, I think, want to be aggressive here, but this is not an ideal place to do it. Bro loses horse immediately. But he's now going to engage mines in melee. And in comes the Bro actually doing a pretty good job right now. Guppy can bring down Red, and that's a big kill there. They really need to bring Red down, but they have no mounted death left.
Yep.
Shikai's chasing down the WQ cab now. I think this chaos is kind of the best chance for Bro here, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's more like they're kind of rolling the dice of this cab fight right now. They're going to hope for the best.
Just no coordination though. Like WQ, you can tell like they're all staying together as cab and taking down one by one. Where Bro were just doing their own thing.
Yeah. I agree.
They're just forgetting their bros.
That's so true.
Not a good thing.
Instead of the battle-ready Orphans looking like they're not quite ready for battle Orphans. Flag spawns in the forest, and it's not bad. For either team, to be honest, though, really. 7 players on both sides. Shakaz immediately raising the flag, which I think is good.
Yep.
He's going to have to remount and deal with all the WQ cav pretty soon, though. Cavrix and Hippo once again caught outnumbered here. In come the other Bro cav to come and support.
Peacemaker gets taken down.
Yeah, very early doors there. And there's sort of half the Bro cav are fighting, half the Bro cav are sort of nearby.
Yeah. What are the archers doing? Jarvis is like quite far away.
He really is a long way away. Shikai's is taken down there. Bro with the higher flag, but they're losing players once again.
Oh.
Team from WQ is going to give a lifeline to Bro here, but the health of the Bro players is so low at this point.
Yeah. Guppy's fighting it out though.
Kill from Jarvis though. The Guppy Kelsey brought down. And once again, this looks like they've done a WQ round. They're just looking kind of a bit dominated on this map.
Yep.
Jarvis going to run towards the flag here, and if he can get to the flag and stay alive for 50 seconds, then they will win the round.
No.
But that's not going to happen, and...
Just not good enough, Jarvis. There was just Jarvis, but no pie. It's just not happening.
And WQ take a substantial lead there after the first map.
Yeah.
We're going to go on to Mountain Fortress now. And Mountain Fortress, I think... Well, I don't know who it favours at this point, to be honest. Bro certainly can't do 6 cav again, so they're going to definitely take some infantry.
Yeah. we haven't really seen the infantry work by Bro yet, because I mean they've just all been carving archers. So
yeah, that's true.
we'll see if they've got anything up their Bro sleeves.
Well, the thing is, I know Bro had tried out their open map tactics in a couple of matches, in some training matches, and it seemed to be going well for them there. But
yeah, it did. We played a training match against them actually, and they did quite well.
Did they stomp you, or did they do quite well?
In the open map, they did well.
With 6 cav?
I don't know if they took 6 cav. I can't remember, but they didn't play that badly at all. Like they used their archers more effectively, and today for this map, it just wasn't working out for their archers.
That's interesting then. So it could just be a case of WQ looking a little bit stronger right now.
Once you feel under pressure, it can be difficult to make the right decisions.
Very true.
I felt that the archers were a bit nervous quite early on. Maybe didn't get much done at all.
Well, I'd be nervous if I was a Bro Archer as well, because they're left out in blooming nowhere with no support. And became just stomped by WQ Cav. That became a regular problem for them. Look at the rosters, slightly bigger roster there for WQ. And was very, very strong players. Meldo really has been especially looking very, very tough there.
Yeah.
Key players before the match, you had highlighted Robin, Meldo, and Cyber there, which I think looks pretty accurate right now.
Yeah. Red's playing a really good game as well, though. As Archer.
That is very, very true. Yeah.
They've all been playing really well actually. Like some loads of sick javelin kills and headshots. They're just playing much better than Bro at the moment.
The cav coordination looked good.
Yes, defo.
For key players on Bro, I put Kelsier, Peacemaker, and Jarvis and Pi. I think the players that were getting kills for Bro were mainly the Cav. It was really the Archers, who was Peacemaker and Jarvis there, really weren't getting too much done.
Yeah.
Which is something we mentioned already. I guess they just need to find some better space and work on this comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Archers were under pressure quite a lot, so they didn't get much of a chance.
Hopefully they've talked out on TeamSpeak and they've had a bit of a rant at the Cav for not helping them out.
Well, it's a very, very different map they're going to be playing now. We'll have to see exactly how it plays out. But they're going to basically need to start getting rounds very, very early on.
Yeah, they're obviously going to have to get kills as well, aren't they?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, if you don't get kills, it's going to be pretty hard to get rounds.
Yeah.
It is possible, though. We have seen rounds on MBTV before where no kills have taken place. And teams have won.
Stalemate.
Not even stalemates, just one team just raised the flag with no kills. We've seen that. Bizarre as it is, in high-level games.
Yeah.
We saw that the very first time AE took a lot of cav on Filled by the River, didn't we? The first round. IG were just so far away.
Running across with their shields
so
up.
There were no kills, but they just raised the flag.
I wasn't going to name and shame, but clearly you've done
sorry.
they've been shamed and they've been named.
IG are so angry at me as well, because I've just
seen the heavy cav tactic.
it might have been. Yeah. Actually, I thought we saw it on a Ruins map. Actually, but maybe they played Ruins and failed. I'm not actually sure.
But that Filled by the River was when they still had that flag way out.
Are they upset with Elust? I mean, ripping them apart.
IG are really they're quite angry with me now. I slate them a lot on the stream, even though I really like IG, and I mentioned them as I was asked to name the most influential players of all time, and I added them as a bonus. And even though they're not a player, I added IG because they've been so influential and such a great force for good in the scene for so long.
Yeah.
But
I compared them to Liverpool. They're a really good team. They've lost a couple of players though, and they might be relying on the form will grow.
Yes, if you're familiar with Premiership football, football is the kicking one.
Don't call it soccer.
That will make sense to you.
Yeah, you kick in rugby as well.
Oh, do you?
Do you not play rugby?
So violent. So violent.
and we're streaming like mount&blade. People where like they get slashed to bits with axes and hammers.
Just mouse clicks and clicky and pixel blood.
Yeah, but it's still rough.
Nobody gets hurt.
Getting
How
back
do you
to
know?
IG,
Only
I was
psychologically.
going to say they're really the Academy of Warband. They
Well, let's not get carried away.
so many of the best people in the scene have learnt their trade in IG.
Yes, that's fair.
Yeah, that is true.
A lot of the AE greats started out in IG.
Yeah.
LaRue being one of them.
Yeah, true that. I mean, plenty of players came from different routes as well. The whole sort of...
Yeah, but also IG pioneered a lot of the routines that most teams use very effectively now.
What do you mean routines?
IG pioneered weapon swapping.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Russians pioneered weapon swapping. I think you're wrong about that. Russians completely pioneered weapon swapping.
Importing different weapons from different people.
Importing?
Yes, importing.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Oh.
I have to find out.
I think in terms of pioneering things, you can't look beyond Russia, to be honest. A will take credit for a lot, but really I think I would point to 22nd versus Runaway Scorpions and the first time they faced each other. That was such a turning point, because before that the European scene was so like kind of roleplay and sort of didn't really understand how to push the game to its limits, whereas Russia had really got there. Like Runaway Scorpions really understood how to set up crossfires, how to kite, how to do things which the European scene just had no idea how to do, and they thrashed the pants off of 22nd, who was the best European or sort of Western European team at the time. And it was after that where the European scene started to develop. I think Russia has to be pointed to for basically most of the innovation in the scene.
Okay, that was before my time, so I'm going to let you have that.
IG pioneered weapon swapping. How dare you?
They led the way.
Yeah, no, I think they probably did in the organised.
IG did pioneer a lot of organisation. What IG definitely pioneered was polearm stunning.
Yes.
Shields. Okay, I think we'll be going live now anyway. Enough discussing of the scene history. We could talk for all day. Let's hit that map intro. Into the game we go then. The score is currently 7-1 to WQ after they completely dominated Bro on the first map. Bro now starting as Team 1.
Bro pushing.
Yeah, they're going to be playing pretty aggressive. They're playing 4 infantry, 2 cav and 2 archers. WQ actually playing an extra cav. 3 cav on Mountain Fortress. Can be done.
Wow.
Kelsey brought down immediately by a headshot from Red there. Johnson goes down as well. There go both of the Bro archers there, immediately just shot to pieces. And, well, now Bro caught up in a melee fight, which they are just losing.
Dominating. Being dominated, aren't they?
WQ looking really, really strong. Shakai's the only remaining player for Bro right now. And he's doing an amazing job of staying alive. He's still alive. Okay, and finally he goes down to the kill from Gendo. And WQ put the match beyond the reach of Bro. That did not go their way at all. Both their archers just executed at the very, very start of that round.
Yeah. Their WQ's archers doing an amazing job yet again.
They certainly are. Red. Red or Dead?
Red Dead Redemption.
I've not played that game. You haven't played it? Any good?
Yes.
Yes, you played it, and yes, it is good.
Yes, both, yeah. Undead Redemption as well. Can't forget that.
I don't even know about it, so
The
forgetting about it would
version
be pretty weird too.
A bit of banter with Bro.
Yep.
Bro banter.
suggesting that they are that the match isn't live, and also
So that was a
blaming
warm-up? Yeah. You know, bro, is that a typical thing?
What, suggesting that it's a warm up or blaming Kelsey?
No, blaming Kelsey.
Yeah, I think so.
Unlucky, Kelsey.
Well, I think what sort of happened for Bro there is they had some tactics that worked very, very well in training, and I believe they played against WQ on these maps and factions. As far as I know, it went pretty well. WQ seemed to have picked up a bit more from that match and developed a little bit more throughout the week.
Yeah, well, I'm quite surprised actually because Bro have had a bit of a challenge. Like they lost to FF, so I would have thought they'd have that time to like adapt their tactics. But
I can sort of understand losing to FF though, like because FF has like a lot of experienced players in their team.
Yeah.
Whereas Bro just don't have as much top level competitive experience.
Yeah, true that. Bro, gonna take this balcony.
Yeah,
Flag's just spawned in the middle.
WQ really have a great setup on this flag. It's gonna be hard for Bro to push if they just go direct here. I think that is their plan, but there's a crossfire from WQ which is gonna be so wicked at this point. Bertrand run on either side.
Berta's a bit distracted though.
Yes, seems like he's caught up in
Have
a
coming
little
in
bit.
still with red.
No, back and forth there.
And Kelsey's gonna read down Harney as well there. Bro actually finally getting kills, but it's very back and forth at the moment. Shakai's going to move into the range of red though, which is very dangerous. They really have to deal with red very soon because Shakai's going to get shot by him if they don't.
But they just tried to deal with red and failed.
They did. Oh, but the team kill
though.
Good job they didn't deal with red because he's killing his teammates. But WQ's still ahead though, and red's still just shooting in there unchallenged. I mean, they just have not been able to deal with the archers of WQ here.
Shackman doing pretty well though.
Yeah, he's doing very well, but they're still fighting in range of red.
Berta coming in now. Oh, but another team kill.
It's just Shikaz against 3 players right now, and he's brought down. It's going to be the end of things here, and wow, WQ actually taking a very heavy victory in the end there. 9-1, the final score.
Yep.
And I was expecting a much closer match here.
I was as well. I mean, I thought Bro were at the same sort of level of WQ that they could contest them quite well, but obviously not. It's a shame though.
Yeah, very one-sided. But you know, I guess Bro had to take lessons from this match and pick it up for the next ones. I think 2 losses you still have a chance maybe to get through, but it's going to be very tough. Very tough.
They're going to have to pick up the game.
Yeah, they're going to need 2 16-0s in their last games.
Yeah. But maybe it might be doable considering like now they're going to go down the league and may have an easier team.
Yeah, it's difficult though because in 19 teams you think surely like 1 or 2 of them are going to have 5 wins out of 5.
Yeah.
And then the sort of next 3 are probably just going to have 1 loss. That would be the most likely situation.
Yeah.
So they just have to do their best. WQ though looking very strong. Both WQ and the Turk are now the teams with 3 wins in 3 games. Looking very strong.
Yeah, they've sorted out and they know what their players are capable of doing. So yeah, it seems to be working well. Yeah, exactly. Whatever sinks their boat, you know.
Whatever sinks their boat.
Sinks, yeah.
Well, I think it would be nice to get an interview here with some WQ players, but we'll have to see exactly how, if we can.
Did you say they played against each other in a training match on these maps?
They did, because they played, I believe, on the Tuesday, and that was the match when the fixtures were announced, because it's a Swiss system, so there's no picking.
Alright, yeah.
And then they found out they were going to be playing them in the real match as well.
Quite fortunate then, isn't it?
Yeah, so if Bro did really well on that match, the training match, they may have thought they didn't need to develop any other tactics.
Yeah, it's possibly true. I mean, Bro, they looked like they didn't have a backup plan for the open map, which I think was one of the main problems. They weren't able to change anything, and it's the thing I always say every time a team gets stomped on a map.
Yep.
You got to change it up, because if it's not working, then there's a reason.
Mix it up. Do something.
But if you don't have a backup plan, that's going to be really hard. Because you have to make a tactic on the fly there, and then it's going to be hard to get your teams to sort of switch their gear, and people might, you know, mess up their spawns. Anything could happen.
You feel that the training match could have been a disadvantage though, because maybe WQ saw the tactics weren't working out so well, and they changed it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're always going to get the most out of a match if you lose. That's just that's a default thing. Okay, we're going to bring in, I think Tally and Robin. I think Tally wants to come and complain about the fact that he wasn't a key player.
Oh. Arguably, some of the key players didn't perform like they should have done today.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe Mount of Death could have done his part a bit quicker.
Yeah, I question their
causing some
decision not
deaths.
to take 2 mounted deaths.
Yeah.
I feel like
It was just Mount and Death, wasn't it? Like, not Mounted Deaths. Could have been more.
plural of death. I think is death actually. To be fair, but I mean, in this case, we have to say mounted deaths.
Yeah. Just sounds better anyway.
Well, death isn't. Yeah.
The Mounted Deaths. They did have some glimmers of hope though. Like the first round was really intense, but like Bro did like arguably win it. But I thought they would have taken infantry, like because obviously Nord infantry is stronger, isn't it? So you want to make the most of it, but they really didn't. So
I mean, it is a map that can be played without infantry.
yeah, that's true.
Something that we saw. I mean, we saw AD take a round as all cav and against
Oh, yeah.
A.
Lovely.
But they can.
But that was a surprise though, wasn't it? Like they kind of came out of nowhere with that.
It was, yeah, it was surprising. They only got 1 round, but it's, you know, you can play heavy cav. It's a map where AE plays 6 cav as well, but you have to get your dragoons doing a bit better, and you really have to have better cav teamwork as well. Like Bro's cav teamwork just not quite
Not on point.
fit in there. No. I know that Castellan, with a C, are working very hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're part of that at all.
At the trainings, yeah, like we all train together, but it is something that they've been focusing on. But
Cav teamwork.
yeah, because we have like specific cav trainings.
You think that makes a big
paying
difference?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, like some of the rounds and results kind of put that way. And you're like against We Don't You, or how I like to call it, Wed Onte You. They seem to be. It worked quite well for like 1 or 2 rounds where the cav like really quick rounds. Like I think Nirigar got some early kills there, but yeah, seems to pay off.
Yeah, I think we are going to have. Looks like Tally and Robin going to come in. I think they should be ready to come in pretty soon. So do tweet in your questions for these players, and we'll happily ask them on the stream. Hashtag the Warband ECL. And tweet at any of us you see on the stream there. I'm sure we'll pick up the question. Okay, let's bring them in now. Good evening, gentlemen. Congratulations on the win.
Hello. Thank you.